Pikwakanagan, Merv Sarazin, a member of the band council, and I'm running for re-election for a seat in the council. I've been a member of the council for one full term, and we're interested in securing support for urban reserve in the city of Ottawa. And Chief Wendy and I, along with a planning team from the City of Ottawa and PSBC and Canada Lands Corporation and a few other players, and we're interested in this parcel of land here, which is called the CBC headquarters at 1500 Bronson. So this is the whole area. It's called Confederation Heights, and we're interested in the whole parcel. So through planning for almost 2 years, we were able to come up with the proper plans and processes and put in place, and working with PSBC, Public Service Procurement Canada, and including Indigenous Services Canada, ISC, and working towards securing the property for urban reserve. And there is no urban reserve that we're aware of in the province of Ontario, so it could be the first, but certainly in the city of Ottawa here, it is. There's an opportunity for our leadership and our community to acquire this property and create that urban reserve. So we're very close, and we need to put in place our legal counsel, and our planners are all ready to make that happen. So we also submitted a band council resolution to express interest in this becoming an addition to reserve. So it's a Pikwakanagan extension to our reserve, and it's going to be our first. We haven't really talked about what we could do in the facility, but we're thinking it would be along the lines of a residential housing. A lot of our members are live in the city, and they're students that come. They live everywhere. Wherever they can get accommodation, they live there. But we're thinking maybe this could be a location where we can house all of our students, and maybe even an extension to our band operations. So when we come into the city to meet with governments, we could stay under one roof. But that's the idea here with this facility. Other thoughts we had were establishing the facility to house a lot of the national Native organizations and Indigenous businesses as well, but we're not so sure. But it's part of a master planning we need to do to look at all these alternatives or ways or options of bringing in revenue to be able to cover the costs of the facility. But first, we need to get to own it, and then create the reserve, and then build upon it. And so that seems to be what we're interested in. But if you look around, right here, this is a strategic location. The property is near the Rideau River, which is just down on the lower part here. We got access to water. The Rideau River is a significant part of our heritage, and we've learned over the last course of a year that an ancestor had an Algonquin community here before the arrival of the settlers. His name was Grand Chief Constant Panesse, and his band was called a Partridge Band. And before the settlers came here and built Parliament Hill in the city of Ottawa, he had these were his hunting grounds, and the Rideau River was significant. Yeah, the Rideau River was significant in a sense that it was our place for hunting, fishing, trapping, and gathering, and for spiritual, cultural activity. So we've also ran the archaeological field school just here near Carleton University, and we're finding all kinds of artifacts. And so we're spiritually tied to the land here, and I think this is really important. And so, but First Nations people, Algonquin people, they need to be near water. Water is so important, and we think this is the ideal place. and it has a lot of potential. The modeling of this project is based on the Winnipeg, City of Winnipeg's dealings with Treaty 1 First Nations. They've acquired an army base in the City of Winnipeg, and they built their they've managed to get their urban reserve completed, and they have a series of did their master planning, and they have a number of things involved, which include a mixed-use village, commercial mixed use of the property, which is retail, commercial use, office space, that sort of thing. They also have medium density residential. What they're talking there is about well-designed multi-unit housing types, and they've subdivided it, their property, and then they've got low-density residential as well, and sports and recreation, cultural campus and education, and community spaces. So those are the key elements of the master plan, and I think we can work on developing our master plan using that model. Maybe not everything fits, but most of it could be useful in how we want to design and create a reserve and what we want for our members, the Algonquins of Pikwakanagan First Nation.